What's up? Welcome to Unacademy. Hope all of you are doing fine. Let me check the audio and video before I start the class. In this class, we shall be doing current affairs. This class is useful for candidates preparing for SSC, or sub-inspector or any state public service commission. So going forward, my name is Manoj Kumar. I'm a civil engineering graduate. I've cleared SSC CPO, ESIC UDC, LIC ADO. And okay, this is an old test. About iconic feature, you will have priority in doubt solving. You will also have priority in live classes. And priority in doubt solving will be in Unacademy app via Ask a Doubt feature, and priority in live classes will be live class via Raise a Hand feature. And what is Ask a Doubt feature by Unacademy? You go to the Doubts and Solution feature on your home screen. Click on Ask a Doubt and upload your doubt image. Crop the image and highlight the question. Choose the subject that the question falls under. And here you can have a look at the test series. A few test series are available for free and a few paid tests as well. You can attempt all these tests live and recorded. And raise hand feature, what is raise hand feature? Raise hand feature is available for plus subscribers only. So what is raise hand feature? In the middle of a live class, if you have a doubt, you get the option to raise your hand and talk to your favorite educator. Online is much better than offline. And regarding SSC subscription, for 2 years it is 7,800, for 12 months it is 6,500, and for 6 months it is 5,400. If you use my code is MJ10, you will get 10% off on the subscription. And for 2 years, the subscription is going to cost you less than 7,020 rupees. Report and win feature. This is an opportunity for all learners to report any inappropriate content in my video. If you are the first one to report any inappropriate content, then you get to win prize. How do you report inappropriate content? The form is in the description box below. So going forward to the first topic of the day, China's artificial moon. After China's artificial sun, this which reached temperatures of 5 times hotter than the sun, China is ready with its first artificial moon. Now, after artificial sun, they're headed to artificial moon, and scientists they have built an artificial moon research facility. This facility will help them in conducting low gravity environment using magnetism. Artificial Moon Research Facility is scheduled for official launch in the year 2022. It will use powerful magnetic field inside a vacuum chamber of 2 foot diameter for making gravity disappear. To develop this research facility, scientists were inspired by a previous experiment in which magnets were used to levitate a frog. Levitate means to float without gravity. Okay, there is something called levitation photography, wherein they take photos in which the person will not be on the ground, he will be floating. That is levitation photography. So levitate means to float without gravity. So what had basically happened is, using two magnets, a frog was made to levitate, it was made to float, that is, it was not under the influence of gravity. So this idea inspired Chinese scientists, and they have constructed this artificial moon research facility. So how will this facility mimic moon's surface? The research facility will be filled with rocks and dust to resemble it with lunar surface. What are the features of research facility? It's first of a kind research facility in the world. It is capable of maintaining low gravity conditions for as long as scientists want. And what is the use of this facility? Scientists have planned to use this facility to test technology in prolonged low gravity environment before sending it to the moon, where gravity is 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. In moon, we know that the gravity of the moon is 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. Going forward, this experiment will help scientists to resolve technical issues and test whether some structures will survive on the moon surface. It will also help in assessing viability of human settlement on the moon. So, from this artificial moon, scientists can get to know what can be done on the moon, because they will experiment that here. Here, if it is successful, then they will take it on the actual moon. Why? Since they have built a replica of the moon, that is an artificial moon has been built, so they can test all the experiments. They can experiment all their ideas here, and scientists will conduct impact and creep tests in the research facility. Impact test will require few seconds in simulator, while creep test will take some time. Creep test is conducted to measure how a material will deform under constant temperature and stress. So what is creep test? Creep test will help us measure under constant temperature and stress how a material will deform. Going forward, how Chinese scientists got inspired to develop this facility. Chinese scientists got inspired to develop this facility from Andre Geim, who is a physicist at University of Manchester in United Kingdom. He won satirical IG Nobel Prize in 2000. Satirical IG Nobel Prize is awarded for trivial contributions which cannot be neglected. For trivial contributions. Trivial means not important contributions, but still it is important. So you cannot give Nobel for them. You should give them some consolation prize. That consolation prize is what is satirical IG Nobel Prize for conducting. So Andre Geim, he won the satirical IG Nobel Prize in 2000 for conducting an experiment in which frog was made to float with a magnet. The levitation trick used in this experiment comes from an effect dubbed as diamagnetic levitation. So what is the effect? It is diamagnetic levitation. Same trick is being used in artificial moon research facility. Going forward to the next topic, there's a volcanic eruption in Tonga, and the volcano is called Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai. Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai. This is along the Pacific Rim of Fire. Pacific Rim of Fire. This volcanic eruption, and this eruption was huge and loud. Though the volcano was located underwater and 2003 kilometers away, it was heard in Tonga. Also, the eruption, it created tsunami waves. Usually, tsunami waves are caused because of earthquakes, but because of volcanic eruption, we are seeing tsunami waves. So, what do you call these kind of tsunamis? That I will tell you later part of this story. About the volcano, this volcano had been erupting for some days. This was identified through the smell of ammonia and sulfur in some areas. The volcano is located in a seismically active area. The volcano is located in Pacific Ring of Fire. Please to note Pacific Ring of Fire. Going forward, meteor tsunami waves. What is meteor tsunami waves? The volcanic eruption created tsunami waves in nearby beaches and also in regions around the Pacific. The tsunami waves caused by this type of volcano, they are called meteor tsunami waves. It is caused due to the collapse of part of a volcano. The meteor tsunami waves are caused by instant change in pressure that leads to displacement of large amount of water. About Hunga Tonga, it is a volcanic island. It is located in Tonga. Tonga is a Polynesian country. It is an archipelago. It consists of 169 islands. About Hunga Tonga. And about Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai, that is where the volcano erupted. Hunga Tonga and Hunga Hapai, they are two separate islands. A volcanic eruption merged these two islands. Because of volcanic eruption, the lava, once it cools down, it forms rock. It forms rock. So because of this volcanic eruption, this Hunga Tonga and Hunga Hapai, they were two separate islands. Now they are merged. The recent eruption has occurred in the underwater volcano that merges the two islands. So this is an underwater eruption, and the volcano in the island is a part of Kermadec Island volcanic arc. About Kermadec Island volcanic arc, it is a subtropical island. It is located in the South Pacific Ocean. It is located southwest of Tonga and northeast of New Zealand. Volcanic arc is a chain of volcanoes. What is volcanic arc? Volcanic arc is a chain of volcanoes. The volcanic arc is usually parallel to volcanic trench. The Hunga Tonga Hunga Hapai was formed as a Pacific plate subducts the Indo-Australian plate. Going forward to the next topic, WEF, that is World Economic Forum Davos Agenda. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he said to deliver, he has already delivered a special address at the World Economic Forum in which he gave push for technological advancement. He also gave a call for investors all over the world to invest in India, and he said this is the best time to invest in India, and there are multiple startups that have brilliant ideas, but they don't have enough cash. So that is what PM Modi gave a push for. And what are the highlights of this? Let's have a look at the highlights of the World Economic Forum Davos Agenda. This event is being held in virtual mode amid the COVID-19 pandemic from January 17 to 21. The event will be addressed by several heads of the state, including Japanese Premier Kishida Fumio, the Chinese President Xi Jinping, Indonesian President Joko Widodo, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison, Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, and European Union's Commission's Chief Ursula von der Leyen. And let me ask you a supplementary question on this one. Indonesia has recently changed, it has brought a law to change its capital from Jakarta to what is the new place? Jakarta to what is the new place? Can you tell me the name of the new capital of Indonesia? What is the new capital of Indonesia? And please do remember the president of Indonesia is Joko Widodo, and Australia we know it's Scott Morrison, and Israel Prime Minister. Previously, it was Benjamin Netanyahu, but now it is Naftali Bennett. Please do remember the new Prime Minister. I mean, 6 months ago, they've got a new Prime Minister. The new Prime Minister is Naftali Bennett. And European Union Commission's chief is also a new appointment, that is Ursula von der Leyen. Going forward, it will also be participated by top industry leaders, international organizations, and civil society. They will deliberate on crucial challenges that the world is facing today and also discuss ways to address them. What is the objective of the annual meeting? World Economic Forum virtual meeting. This will be aligned with the objective of orienting global leaders on imperatives of year ahead. Imperatives means critical things that are ahead this year. And the World Economic Forum, this has been holding its annual meeting, Davos Agenda Summit, in Swiss Sky Resort of Davos every year. However, it has been deferred. Deferred means postponed. It has been postponed this year and will be held in virtual meeting, a virtual mode amid COVID-19 pandemic. About Davos Agenda 2022, two virtual summits are expected in the online summit. There is going to be two virtual summits, one on COVID and one more on technology cooperation in fourth industrial revolution. Fourth industrial revolution. What is fourth industrial revolution? It is nothing but technology revolution. Online summit will also witness sessions on energy transition, Latin America outlook, and scaling up climate innovation. It is the starting point for the dialogue required for global cooperation in 2022. It will provide crucial insights into several critical challenges through special addresses. It will also mobilize government and business leaders, civil society, and international organizations to share their outlook, insights, and plans related to global issues like social contract, vaccine equality, and climate change. During the summit, several World Economic Forum initiatives will be launched to accelerate the race towards net zero emissions. Net zero emissions means absorbing as much as you're emitting, that is what is net zero emission. Absorbing enough carbon as much as you are emitting, that is what is net zero emission. And cyber resilience and economic opportunity of the nature positive solutions. About World Economic Forum, this is an international non-governmental and lobbying organization. It's an international non-governmental, it's an international NGO. World Economic Forum is not an international government organization, it's an international non-government organization, and it's a lobbying organization. The headquarters of World Economic Forum is in Geneva, Switzerland, and the organization was founded on January 24th, 1971 by Klaus Schwab. So it has celebrated Golden Jubilee celebration last year. World Economic Forum is mostly funded by its 1,000 member companies. Going forward, draft notification on 6 mandatory airbags. In cars we have airbags. Yeah, airbags are to prevent death caused due to accidents and to minimize the damages. So Union government this has started the process of making 6 airbags mandatory from October 1st, 2022, and airbags will be mandatory for all cars that are being sold in India. Government has issued a draft notification uh, and asks for public comments and stakeholders' comment on the proposed rule. The notification is a follow-up to appeal made by the Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari on August 3rd, 2021 to car manufacturers for providing 2 airbags across all variants of vehicles, and one for the driver and one for co-passenger. So what happened was, on Jan 1st, 2019, airbag was made compulsory for driver, and on Jan 1st, 2021, airbag was made compulsory for co-passenger as well. Okay, now in 2022 they are telling, see, have a look at it here. For driver seat, airbag was made compulsory from July 1st, 2019. For co-passenger, that is the one who is sitting along with the driver, the airbag mandatory rule came into effect from January 1st, 2022. GSR. GSR is statutory rule. Though many Indian cars have 6 airbags in top variants already. Now government have approved a draft GSR, General Statutory Rules. What is GSR? General Statutory Rules for making minimum 6 airbags compulsory. This decision was taken for minimizing the impact of frontal and lateral collisions to the occupants seated in front as well as rear compartments. Now, not only in the front they want airbags, in the back also they want airbags, and in the sides. So lateral is nothing but the sides to the occupant seated in the front and rear compartments as well. They want some degree of safety, and 4 additional airbags to be mandated in M1 vehicle category. What is M1 vehicle category? 8-seater vehicles, they belong to M1 vehicle category. M1 vehicle category refers to passenger cars having a maximum of 8 seats to driver seat. It includes sedans, hatchbacks, MUV. is mobile utility vehicle. Mobile utility vehicle, and SUV is sports utility vehicle. So all these vehicle in the top end model of all these vehicles, all the companies these days, they give airbags. They give airbags. All the top end variants they give airbags. After these rules, even the low end and the initial segment cars will also be mandated to provide airbags. What is airbag? Airbag is a vehicle occupant restraint system using a bag. It is designed to quickly inflate and deflate during a collision. So whenever there is a collision, automatically the airbags will blow and they will burst after the collision. It comprises of airbag cushion, an inflation module, a flexible fabric bag, and an impact sensor. So this impact sensor, this will work only if you are wearing the seat belt in most of the cars. And this airbag will also consist of a cushion, an inflation module, a flexible fabric bag, and airbags are fitted in cars for providing the vehicle occupant with soft cushioning and restraint during collision. It can help in reducing injuries between failing occupant and interior of the vehicle. It provides an energy absorbing surface between occupants and steering wheel, body pillar, headliner, instrument panel, and windshield. Going forward, number of airbags in the vehicle. Modern vehicles, they comprise of up to 10 airbag modules in various configurations, including driver, passenger, seat mounted, side cushion, door mounted, knee bolster, inflatable seat belt, B and C pillar mounted side impact, and pedestrian airbag modules. These are the different types of airbags. And if we have a look at the road accidents in India, according to Union Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari, 23,483 pedestrians, they have lost their lives in road crashes in 2020. As per National Crime Record Bureau NCRB data, 17,538 car occupants, they died in road crashes in 2020. Going forward, let's have a look at this new topic, interesting topic that came up on Jan 5th, that is Indian Army. They have new combat uniform, and this was developed by NIFT. What is NIFT? National Institute of Fashion Technology. So please do tell me in the comment box, where is National Institute of Fashion Technology situated? Where is the National Institute of Fashion Technology? Please do tell me in the comment box. So Indian Army, this is set to provide 12 lakh 12 lakh new uniforms to military personnel. And unlike the old uniform, the new uniform, this has a combat t-shirt underneath. So there's a combat t-shirt underneath, and above the t-shirt there is this kind of jacket. Okay. Previously they used to tuck in their dresses. Now there's no tuck in. Now they will have these kind of jackets. And the previous uniform, this has been in use since 2008, and the new uniform, this has the same color as the old one, that is earthen shades and olive green color. The pattern is also a little digital. The new uniform, it is light, sturdy, and more breathable fabric. The fabric was chosen considering the different terrains the army men have to cross and serve. The cotton to polyester ratio of the fabric is 70 to 30. So 70% is cotton, 30% is polyester. This makes it more comfortable to wear in hot and humid condition. As compared to old uniform, the new uniform is for 15% lighter and 23% stronger. And what are the components of the style? The army men, they will not tuck the new uniform as the older uniforms. The shirt to be worn over the t-shirt is called jacket, and the jacket has top angular pockets, and it will also have lower pockets with a vertical opening. There is one another pocket on the left sleeve. That is, there is another pocket on the left sleeve, and the knife pleats are located in the back. The jacket also has improved quality buttons and a pen holder on the left forearm. The trousers of the uniform, they are double layered at the groin. They are adjustable at the waist with buttons and elasticity. The girth of the caps is adjustable. The army logo printed on the caps is of better quality as compared to the previous uniform. Women uniform, there is no separate uniform for women officers. However, the uniforms have been designed considering the requirements and the comfort of lady personnel as well. This is the first time such considerations are being made in designing and developing army uniforms. And who designed it? As I've already told you, National Institute of Fashion Technology has designed it. A team of 12 designers from National Institute of Fashion Technology, they have designed it. 4 C's are adopted in the design. While designing and developing the uniform, the designers approach 4C approach. The approach is comfort, climate, camouflage, and confidentiality. What is it? This uniform comes with QR code. Why? Because they want to maintain confidentiality. The major drawback of the older uniform was that the material was common and it was easily available in the market. Therefore, the army men, they can easily buy from outside the market. This introduced security breaches. What kind of security breaches? Any common person, he can easily force like an army man. The new uniform, this carries a QR code and also a barcode. This maintains the uniqueness of the uniform. And not all uniforms are changed. The other army uniforms, such as ceremonial uniforms, peace area uniforms, they are not being changed. Unveiled during Army Day. So when is the Army Day? I have already told you it is on Jan 15th. And why is the Army Day celebrated also? I have told you. And the new army uniform, this was unveiled by Chief of Indian Army General F.R. Roy Butcher. It was unveiled during the Army Day celebration. So please do tell me in the comment box, when is the Army Day, when is the Navy Day, and when is the Air Force Day. On January, every year the Indian Army Day is on January 15th. And on Jan 15, 1949, General K.M. Karyappa, he took over as the first Indian commander in the Chief of Indian Army. The Army Day is celebrated in the country to honor this event. Also, it is celebrated to honor the courageous army men like Karyappa serving the country. Going forward, what is the importance of army uniform? It has unique identifying feature. It differentiates from the civilians very easily. It brings togetherness, discipline, and conformity among the personnel. Going forward to the next topic, China records low birth rate. So China had come up with a policy in 2016 that was called one child policy. One child policy. So this one child policy, after they implemented this, they saw there was a decline in the birth rate and also the population growth rate. And that is why after this they brought two child policy, and after this they have brought three child policy. Now in 2021 they have brought three child policy. What are the key points? According to analysts, faster than expected aging would deepen economic growth concern. China has already been grappling with threatening demographic crisis with rapidly aging workforce, weakest population growth in decades, and slowing economy. And birth rate in China, the birth rate in China in 2021, this declined to 7.52 births per thousand people. In 2020, it was 8.52. It marks the lowest figure in China's annual statistical yearbook data since 1978. It is also lowest data since communist China was founded in 1949. About changing child policy, in 2016, China relaxed the nation's one child policy. It allowed couples to have two children. Even after easing one of the strictest family planning regulations worldwide, it has failed to bring a baby boom. In 2021, China extended the policy to allow couples to have three children. And births in 2021, China registered 10.62 million births in 2021. The natural population growth rate decreased to 0.34%, 0.34 per thousand people as compared to 1.45 figure earlier. China's family planning policies in China, they have included specific birth quotas, including three child policy, two child policy, and one child policy. China has harshly enforced such quotas. About one child policy was a population planning initiative of China. It was implemented between 1980 and 2015 for curbing China's growth by restricting families to a single child. This policy it had a wide-ranging social, cultural, and economic effects. Its efficacy in reducing birth rates and defensibility for human rights perspective have raised several controversies. About two-child policy, law on two-child policy in China. This was passed on December 27, 2015. The policy remained in effect from 2016 to 2021. Under it, the government imposed limit to have two children per family. About three-child policy, under this policy, couples can have three children. The policy was announced on May 31st, 2021 in China. The policy was implemented because in 2020, the number of births in China was only 12 million, lowest since 1960. Going forward, the next topic of the day, Delhi's first Delhi Transport Corporation electric bus. About the DTC's first electric bus. So on 17 Jan 2022, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal he flagged off the first electric bus of the Delhi Transport Corporation. The e-buses that to run 27-kilometer long route. These buses were manufactured by JBM Auto Limited. About the buses, these electric buses they are low floor buses. That is, the floor of these buses they are at a very low level. They are fully air conditioned. These buses they were acquired under faster adaptation and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles, that is FAME 2. FAME 2 is a scheme by Ministry of Heavy Industries. Ministry of Heavy Industries. Okay, about FAME scheme. FAME stands for faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles. And this is the second phase of that one. Also, the first fleet of 300 buses is ready. The first a few electric buses that to run from Pragati Maidan to IP Depot. It is a 27-kilometer long route. It will cover places like ITO, Safdarganj, Ashram on its way. This is just a prototype. This is being flagged off to check how long the batteries in a bus will last. It will also check the technical problems. Also, this test run, the rest of the buses in the fleet will be added. After this test run, the rest of the buses in the fleet will also be added. What is the target? Delhi government has planned to release 50 more electric buses by February 2022. The target is to add 50 electric buses per month in the pipeline set. In the pipeline set earlier, the Delhi government will launch 2,300 electric buses. Of these, 1,300 are to be procured by DTC. The rest of the 1,000 is to operate under the cluster scheme. A charging station. Delhi government is to install charging station in bus depots. The charging stations are to be built in a phased manner. About hybrid depots. Apart from charging station, Delhi Transport Corporation will also build hybrid bus depots. These depots are a combination of CNG, that is compressed natural gas buses, and electric buses. They are to be established in Bhavana, Hasanpur, Rajgarh depot and Subhash Place depot. And what is the current scenario? Currently, there are 6,793 buses in Delhi. Out of these, 3,760 are run by Delhi Transport Corporation and 3,033 they are run by Delhi Integrated Multimodal Transit System, that is DIMTS. And what is the way forward? The Delhi government decided to run electric buses in the region in 2018. In future, Kejriwal government has decided to convert all the government run buses into electric buses. They want to go green. They want to set an example by saying that the government has adopted green technology, so why can't the citizens? Going forward to the next topic, Oxfam's India's Inequality Kills report. According to Oxfam India Inequality Kills report, wealth of India's richest family, it reached to a record high in 2021. Report states that 84% of Indian households they witnessed an income decline amid COVID-19 pandemic. Richest 98 Indians own the same wealth as bottom 552 million people. Number of Indian billionaires this increased from 102 to 142 during 2021. Wealth of top 100 families is 57.3 trillion. So you can see how much difference there is between the top rich and the bottom poor. How can inequality be reduced? Why do we have tax system? Tax is nothing but redistribution of wealth. Redistribution of wealth. So why is this required? Why is the redistribution of wealth required? To make sure that wealth does not lie in one single person or one single family or one single entity. That is why there is taxation system. Even after there is taxation system, if there is inequality, then there is definitely some reason. So let us have a look at it. According to the report, inequality in India, it can be reduced by taxing higher on the richest 10% of the Indian population to help funding measures and reducing inequality. This fund could cover schemes for healthcare, education, social security. Oxfam further recommends to conduct at least two surveys every 10 years for measuring inequality and better social security for informal workers. As per Oxfam, 4% tax on wealth of 98 billionaires can fund the midday meal program for 17 years. So 4% tax on wealth of 98 billionaires. This can fund midday meal program for 17 years. 1% wealth tax of them will be enough to take care of total expenditure for school education, A7 literacy, or fund Ayushman Bharat scheme for more than 7 years. So if 1% wealth tax of them, 1% wealth tax on the wealthiest, this will give a fund, this will fund Ayushman Bharat scheme for more than 7 years. Going forward, India, a very unequal country. In the report, India was described very unequal country. As top 10 people in India, they hold 57% of the wealth. So if there is 100 rupees, if 100 rupees is the wealth of India, top 10 people, that is the top 10 richest rich people of India, they own 57 rupees. So remaining hold just 43%. Okay. On the other hand, the share of the bottom half is 13%. So if there are 1,000 people in India, top 500 rich people, they own almost 87% of the wealth, and bottom 500, they own just 13% of the wealth. And what is the reason of higher inequality? Oxfam report this highlights that government tax revenues disproportionately depend upon indirect taxes such as goods and services. This makes all people buying a product or using a service to pay tax at the same rate. Thus, tax rate of poor sections of the society is similar to that of wealthiest despite lower income. This has resulted in higher inequality in India. Going forward about Oxfam India is a movement of people who are working to end discrimination and seeks to create a free and just society. They work to ensure Adivasis, that is tribal people, Muslims, Dalits, women and girls have safe, violence-free lives with freedom to speak their mind, discrimination-free future and equal opportunities to realize their rights. Going forward, the next topic is National Award for E-Governance. National Award for E-Governance, this was recently conferred to Mon District Administration of Nagaland. Please do remember this district along with the state. It is Mon District Administration of Nagaland. This award was presented at the 24th National Conference on E-Governance that was held at Hyderabad. Award was handed over to Deputy Commissioner of Mon District, that is Davos Agenda by Union Minister of State, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Objective of the award, the National Award for E-Governance, this was presented under the category 6 of use of ICT in management of COVID-19. To Mon District, it was aimed at recognizing the initiatives undertaken by district administration. So ICT, Internet and Communication Technology, Information and Communication Technology in management of COVID-19. Let's have a look at this. What exactly is this? The project titled Technology in Aid to Administration was initiated in Mon District for mitigating. Mitigating is to control the hardship caused to public while enforcing COVID-19 appropriate behavior, that is CAP, to restrict the spread of infections. The project is helping in reducing hardships of people, keeping people safe from COVID and increasing effectiveness of administration. Other entries for the award, a total of 231 entries were received from India in this category, but only two districts were awarded. There were 1,377 entries with top 26 initiatives awarded across 6 different categories. And National Award for E-Governance is presented to recognize and promote excellence in implementation of e-governance initiatives. It is presented during National Conference on E-Governance. It is presented by Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances. The National Award for E-Governance was announced in December 2021. It comprises of a trophy, certificate, and cash prize of rupees 1 lakh. What are the objectives of the award? The National Award for E-Governance is presented with the following objectives: to recognize achievements in e-governance area, to raise knowledge on effective methods to design and implement sustainable e-governance initiatives, to encourage incremental innovations in e-governance solutions. And the next topic is Chips to Startup program, that is C2S program. Under C2S program, that is Chips to Startup program, central government is seeking applications from 1,000 startup MSME, our research and development organization and academia to train 85,000 engineers in very large scale integrations, VLSI, and embedded system design areas. Chips to Startup program. Chips to Startup program. This will result in development of 175 ASIC, application specific integrated circuits, IP core repository, and working prototypes of 20 systems on chips for a period of 5 years. It will be a step towards leapfrogging in electronic system design and manufacturing space by infusing the culture of SOC, that is system level design, at bachelor's, master's, and research level. Going forward, it will also help in growth of startups involved in fabless design. That is, fabless means without fabrication. So without fabrication, they are trying to develop chipsets. Also, the program also addresses each entity of value chain in electronics, namely quality, manpower, training, research and development, system design, hardware, IPs, prototype design, application oriented research and development, and deployment. Three categories of proposal. Under C2S program, three proposals are invited in three categories on the basis of institution's expertise, technology readiness level, and design experience. Design and development of SOC system ASIC reusable IP cores. Development of application oriented working prototype of IPs, that is internet protocols, SOCs, ASICs, and proof of concept oriented research and development of ASICs, FPGAs. What is the nodal agency for implementing C2S program? The nodal agency for implementing C2S program is CDAC, that is Center for Development of Advanced Computing. CDAC is a scientific society operating under MITI. What is MITI? MITI is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. Application for the program, online application for the program, they are open at Chips to Startup website. It will remain open until Jan 31st, 2022. Application and proposals, they have been submitted at the portal in prescribed format. Background: in December 2021, Union government had approved 76,000 crore scheme for boosting semiconductor displaying manufacturing in India, with the objective of placing India as a global hub for high-tech production and attracting large chip makers. Under the scheme, India will also set up around 20 semiconductor design, components manufacturing, and display fabrication in the next 6 years. Next topic is China-Iran strategic agreement. As all of us know that India has developed a port in Iran, that is Chabar port. Along with this, China is also trying to implement its Belt and Road Initiative in Iran. China is all set to implement a strategic agreement with Iran in a bid to strengthen economic and political cooperation between both countries. What are the highlights? In a meeting, China also reaffirmed its opposition to USA's sanctions on Iran. USA has offered some sanctions on Iran. Sanctions is nothing but prohibitions on trade is sanctions. So USA has had some prohibitions on trade on Iran. An announcement for implementing China-Iran strategic agreement was made at a meeting in East China's Wuxi on Jan 14, 2022. China-Iran strategic agreement. During the meeting, foreign ministers, they agreed to step up cooperation in energy, production capacity, infrastructure, science and technology, and medical and healthcare. Bilateral relations will also be expanded to sectors like agriculture, fisheries, third-party markets, cybersecurity, people to people, as well as cultural exchanges in film, education, and personal training. They have also agreed to make adequate arrangements for setting agreement in motion. $400 billion agreement. China and Iran, they have signed $400 billion agreement on March 27th, 2021 by then Iranian Foreign Minister Javad Zarif and Wang. The agreement includes economic and cultural interaction between both the countries. It also opens up for ways for Iran's participation in Belt and Road Initiative, which is an infrastructure project running from East Asia to Europe. The project was launched with the aim of expanding China's economic and political influence. Let's have a look at the background. The agreement was signed in 2016 when Chinese leader Xi Jinping visited Iran after a nuclear deal was signed between Iran and world powers. However, when US withdrew from the deal in May 2019 and put sanctions on Iran, Iran-China agreement was also put on hold. Let's have a look at China-Iran relations. Official relations between China and Iran, it was started in 1937. Both the civilizations had a history of cultural, economic, and political exchanges along the Silk Road since 2200 BC. Presently, China and Iran, they have developed a friendly strategic and economic partnership. Both the countries, they have signed 25-year cooperation agreement in March 2021 for strengthening the relations. The relations also include political, strategic, and economic components. About economic relations, China considers Iran as a permanent partner for its export and a source of its growing energy demands. Chinese state-run company, that is Zhuhai Zhenrong Corporation, signed a 25-year contract for implementing 110 million metric tons of liquefied natural gas from Iran in March 2004. China has been crude oil sink of Iran since JCPOA, that is JCPOA, that is Joint China Comprehensive Plan. This was signed, and 64% of an export total of $16.9 billion with China was crude oil in 2017. The next topic, this is a very important topic. Lakshya Sen, he has secured his maiden Super 500 title by winning Yonex Sunrise India Open. India Open is a badminton contest. So Lakshya Sen has secured the first place in this contest in men's singles category. He secured the title with a stunning straight game victory over reigning world champion from Singapore, Lo Kian Yu, in the men's singles final. 20-year-old Lakshya had earlier claimed his maiden world championship medal with a bronze in Spain in December 2021. He produced a fine performance of 24, 22, 21, 17 in the summit clash. So it was a 2-0 win. It was an easy win. The clashes lasted for 54 minutes. And doubles final, top doubles pair of Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy in doubles final. Singles final, it was Lakshya Sen. In doubles final, it is doubles men's final, men's double. It was Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty. They won against three-time world champions Mohammad Hassan and Hendra Setiawan from Indonesia. The pair became India's first men's team to win Yonex Sunrise India Open. The world number 10 India pair had won its first Super 500 tournament in 2019 in Thailand. About India Open, India Open is an annual badminton event. It happens every year. It has been held in India since 2008. It is a BWF, that is Badminton World Federation World Tour Super 500 grade international badminton tournament. The event was inaugurated in 2007 in Hyderabad. However, it was cancelled amid Hyderabad bombing. The first three editions of the India Open, they were designated as Grand Prix Gold events. It was upgraded to Badminton World Federation Super Series tournament in 2011. In between 2011 and 2019, the event was held annually at the Siri Fort Complex in New Delhi. India Open is categorized as one among 7 Badminton World Federation World Tour Super 500 events by Badminton World Federation since 2018. And about Badminton World Federation is an international governing body recognized by International Olympic Committee for sport of badminton. It was founded in 1934 as International Badminton Federation, comprising of 9 member nations, namely Canada, England, Denmark, Ireland, France, New Zealand, Netherlands, Wales, and Scotland. In 1981, IBF, that is International Badminton Federation, this was merged with World Badminton Federation and its name was changed to Badminton World Federation in September 2006. So that's it for today. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will catch up in another video. Until the next video, take care.